Study the following information to answer the given questions. In a certain code language, enjoy the beautiful life is written as so and so. Butterfly is so beautiful is written as so and so. Then we have two more phrases. Johnny enjoy the game and life is twisted one. Right? Like you all have seen, I've already given you 3 to 4 minutes. Not many of you have been able to solve it. Understand that there is no method. There is no direct method that can give you the answer. Are you able to follow? It is purely based on trial and error. Right? You must be able to decipher the logic, and that can be done only based on trial and error. But how long would you try? You don't have enough time in the exam. So give it a shot, maybe spend about 45 seconds to 60 seconds, but don't stick to these questions. I know it looks, it's like a little tempting because we have 3 questions or 5 questions, but you must be smart enough not to get trapped. Okay. So enjoy the beautiful life is written as 11 less than 51. 41 greater than 11, 5 less than 25, 25 greater than 11. So 4 words here and 4 codes given to us. 11 greater than less than 51, 41 greater than 11, 5 less than 25, 25 greater than 11. And similarly, if you observe butterfly is so beautiful, Johnny enjoy the game, life is twisted one, also I've got the codes in the same format. What is the format? We have got 2 numbers in each code and we have an inequality between them, less than or greater than. Right? And rightly, if you observe, the inequalities are properly given. Like 11 is actually less than 51. It's not that here the code given is 11 greater than 51, right? 11 less than 51, 41 greater than 11, 5 less than 25, 25 greater than 11. Then we have 19 less than 39, 21 greater than 19, 15 greater than 11. It satisfies across, right? The question is, how do we get the 2 numbers? See, for each word here, we have got 2 numbers with an inequality between them. Inequality is very easy to identify, right? What is the question now is how do we arrive at these 2 numbers? What are these 2 numbers basically? Now, the first thing that I would try in the exam is to maybe play with the numerical positions of these letters in the English alphabet, right? Like that E is the 5th letter, N is the 14th letter, J is the 10th letter, O is 15th letter, and Y is the 25th letter, right? I'm writing it only for enjoy, right? 5, 14, 10, 15, 25. Now, none of these numbers here are, let's try with the sum. What happens? 5 plus 14, 19 plus 10, 29 plus 15 is 44 plus 25 is 69. But 69 is not given anywhere here. Okay. So sum of the positions is not the point. So that's one try. I have failed. I've got an error. So I have to try with something else. And then you continue so on. Right. If you're lucky, if you get it, well and good. Otherwise, move on. Now let me directly come to the answer. Let me directly come and explain you the logic, because no point in me trying it live here, right? Of course I know the answer because I've tried it already. What happens here is look at the first letter and the last letter of the given words. I'll tell you how the codes are being formed. E and J. What is the numerical position of E? It is 5. What is the numerical position? Sorry, E and Y. What is the numerical position of Y? As per the alphabet, 25. Similarly, in the other words also, we have to take the first and the last letters. But then 5 and 25 are also not there. Of course, 5 and 25 is available here. So maybe the code for enjoy is 5 less than 25. Yes or no? Code for enjoy is 5 less than 25. Let's try for the first letter here is T, which is 20, right? And the last letter is 5, 20 and 5. But do we have 20 and 5 somewhere here? No. It should be like 20 greater than 5, right? But 20 greater than 5 is not available. Similarly, if you want to try for beautiful, B is the second letter, L is 12th letter. So 2 less than 12 is not there. 2 less than 12 also is not there. L and E is again 12 and 5, but 12 greater than 5 is not there. So basically this try also is not giving us any fruitful result. But now let me jump to the logic directly. What do we do? For the word enjoy, the first letter is E. Its position is 5. What you do is add the next integer. 5 plus 6 becomes 11. The last letter is Y. Y is the 25th letter. Add the next integer. 25 plus 26. How much is 25 and 26 together? 51. So 11 and 51. And that's what comes here. 11 less than 51. You're able to follow? So what are we doing? We are taking the numerical positions of the first and the last letters and adding the next integer to those positions to get the 2 numbers. And once you get the 2 numbers, you know how to get the inequality between them. Now look at the word the. What are the positions? 20 and 5, right? T is 20, E is 5. So 20 plus 21, 41. 5 plus 6, 11. So 41 greater than 11. Similarly, beautiful. 2 is the numerical position, right? 2 plus 3, 5. L is 12. 12 plus 13, 25. So 5 less than 25. Look at the word life. 12 and 5 are the numerical positions. So 12 plus 13. Why are we adding 13? The next integer basically, right? So 12 plus the next integer is 13. 12 plus 13 is 25. 5 plus 6 is 11. So 25 greater than 11. And that is how you arrive at the answers. Of course, this can be looked at in a different way also. We can also say that it is into 2 plus 1. So basically when you add 5 plus 6, what are you doing? You're adding 5 plus 5 plus 1. So 5 plus 5 is like 5 into 2 plus 1. Into 2 plus 1 also satisfies. So numerical position is 5. 5 into 2 plus 1, 11. 25 into 2 plus 1, 51. Right? Look at life. L is 12. 12 into 2, 24 plus 1, 25. E is 5. 5 into 2, 10 plus 1, 11. 25 greater than 11. So either ways you get the same answer there, right? Let's for example look at game. G is the 7th letter. E is the 5th letter. So 7 plus 8, 15. 5 plus 6, 11. 15 greater than 11. Or 7 into 2 plus 1, 15. 5 into 2 plus 1, 11. Look at twisted. T is the 20th letter. D is the 4th letter. 20 into 2 plus 1, 41. 4 into 2 plus 1, 9. 41 greater than 9. Now once you get this logic, everything is in place, right? When you don't have to worry about anything now. But the question is, how do you get that logic? Is it so easy to crack? Well, not really. I mean, it's a strange or typical one, right? You have to think really divergently to crack this one during the exam. And how long can you, I mean, how much time can you spend on such questions? Not much. So one way it's easy once you know the logic. But till you get the logic, it is going to be really a complex one. Answer the questions now. What is the code for the word twisted? I think twisted we have already found, right? Twisted is 41 greater than 9. We have just done this, 41 greater than 9. So option C would be the answer. Look at this one. The code word 21 greater than 9 represents which of the following word? The code word 21 greater than 19 represents which of the following word? How can you get the answer here? 21 greater than 19 represents which of the following words? See, we know that 21 has been, I mean, if you go by the logic of into 2 plus 1, 21 is like 2x plus 1. So what is x there? X is equal to 10, right? Similarly, 19 is like 2y plus 1. So what is y there? It is 9. So basically, x is the 10th letter. I mean, 21 represents the 10th letter of the English alphabet. 19th represents the 9th letter of the English alphabet. 9th letter of the English alphabet, right? 9 plus 10, 19, 10 plus 11, 21. So what is the 10th letter of the English alphabet? 10th letter is J. What is 9th letter of the alphabet? I. So look at the options now. So basically the word should start with J, end with I. It should start with J and end with I. How many such options are there? Joke, it starts with J but ends with E. So eliminated. Game anyway is eliminated because it's not starting with J. Jani, option 5, I mean option C, J and I. So could be a probable answer. The again is ruled out. Fifth option, none of this is there. Now, what do? Will you mark option C or option E? See, understand the code word 21 greater than 9 represents which of the following word? All we know is that the word should start with J and ends with I. Jani is one thing that satisfies, but there can be multiple other words, right? I mean, what is the other word that can start with J and end with I? I'm not able to get any words. Word starting with J and ending with I. Anyone? What starts with J and ends with I? Maybe, I don't know. Jani is also not like, Jani is like a, I don't know if Jani has got a proper meaning there. Jani is a Hindi word as such. But can someone tell me a word which starts with J and ends with I? It's so difficult, right? What can be a word starting with J and ending with I? Somebody says Juni. Now I don't know if Juni is a word, but yeah, let's consider anything. I mean, starting with J and ending with I, there can be a lot of words. So strictly speaking, answer cannot be determined because there could be thousands of such words. But the question said the code word represents which of the following words. Now among the following options, Jani is one which satisfies, so we can go ahead with Jani. Are you able to follow? The code word represents which of the following words? Out of the following words, Jani is the one that satisfies. So go ahead with Jani. But suppose he says the code word 21 greater than 90 represents what? Your answer then should be cannot be determined, right? Answer then should be cannot be determined. Okay, somebody has said Ziddi. Now, Ziddi also is like a Hindi word only, but yeah, Ziddi, let's say, starts with J and ends with I. Or Joni, a lot of suggestions coming in here. So answer here should be C, but strictly speaking, answer cannot be determined if the question is not framed in this way. Represents which of the following words? Among the following words, Jani is the one that satisfies. Now move to the last one. Find the code word for beauty and butterfly. Find the code word for beauty and butterfly. So you know the logic now. B is the second letter, Y is the last letter, Y is the 25th letter. So second and 25th. So 2 into 2 plus 1 is 5 and 25 into 2 plus 1 is 51. However, instead of checking that, I think the first reaction that a smart student would get is both the words have got the same first and last letters. Beauty starts with B, butterfly starts with B. Beauty ends with Y, butterfly also ends with Y. Since both of them start and end with the same letter, their codes should be same, because it's all about the first letter and the last letter. If you look at the whole logic here, it's just based on the first letter and the last letter. Look at the options. 5 less than 51, but here it is 5 less than 25. Can this be the answer? No. 1151, 551. Can this be the answer? No. Because the numbers have to be same. Both the codes have to exactly be the same. 41, 11, 525 eliminated. Cannot be determined anyways, ruled out, because answer can be determined. So I would straight away mark option 5. None of this is the answer. I mean, even if you do the whole thing, it wouldn't take much time, but yes, this would be smarter. Eliminating the wrong answers would be a smarter approach here. However, what should be the answer? Exact answer? B is 2, right? So 2 into 2 plus 1, 5. Y is 25. So 25 into 2 plus 1, 51. 5 less than 51. Answer should be 5 less than 51, comma 5 less than 51. But no option has got these two codes. So option 5, none of this is the answer. All right. Again, to summarize, questions here are, I mean, it all depends on the logic. It's all about cracking the logic. If you have cracked it, answering those 5 questions wouldn't take much time. But how long would you spend to crack the logic is the question, right? And recent format of coding and decoding, which involves, of course, here we don't have any letters involved. But if you look at our advanced examples in the coding and decoding topic of Talent Sprints online program, you will find many such type of questions being discussed there, right? I mean, almost every week we are covering one such question in our live sessions, so that we can help you with more and more logics, so that you can think divergently. See, the only way to crack such questions is to think divergently, and that can happen only when you have practiced enough question types, right, in this format. So here letters are not involved. Otherwise, there is one number, one symbol, and one letter. That will make it even more complicated, right? Anyways, the idea is to spend a few seconds, maybe around 45 to 60 seconds. If you think you are getting closer to the answer, well and good. Otherwise, skip is one of the easiest ways to solve such questions.